Well, one of the things that we need to keep in mind is that changing positions fairly often in labor really helps. And you'll want to lie down and rest some of the time. You'll be on your hands and knees. But some of the upright positions really help with gravity. So standing as we are now during some of your contractions and doing some movements while you're standing really can make a difference. So, you might just, during a contraction, if you're standing or you've been walking, you might want to just lean on Carlos and just put your head on his shoulder, and Carlos, just put an arm around her and let her just kind of relax here a little bit. And you think you can, or put your arm around his waist and see, and then put your head on his shoulder. So that can give you a nice restful position even though you're standing. Yeah, that's good. And you see, when you're doing that, the weight of the baby is down against your cervix, so that gives you a little added help in dilating your cervix, even between contractions. You can stand to do that, I'll bet. Looks pretty comfortable. Yeah. So besides walking, one of the most pleasant ways to deal with the contractions is with what we call slow dancing. And so it might be that you'd be walking, and then you'd, rather than just lean on him, you might get into the slow dancing pose. So with this, Sarah, you would face Carlos and put your arms around his neck. And then Carlos, if you can interlock your fingers behind her, yeah, good. And then Sarah, just let yourself rest your head on his shoulder or chest. And then you can let your arms drop completely. And can you find a belt loop or something under his shirt that you can just hook your thumbs into? That's good. Now, is that comfortable for you?
Mm-hmm.
And Carlos, are you standing straight up? I have to make sure that you don't want to lean forward because your back will go out if she really likes this and you do it a lot.
Yeah.
So this looks good. Okay, and now with your feet a little bit apart, just sway side to side. Okay, perfect. Got a nice rhythm going. You're putting some pressure on her back, which feels good. She's being held once again by the person she loves. And now we're going to get some nice slow breathing going in the rhythm of her swaying. And both of us, Carlos, will do it along with her. So, just, And if you're going to have music playing, you could dance to the music. Are you planning to have a doula?
Yes.
Okay. Because the doula in this might be behind you, and she could put her hands on your hips, Sarah, and then she can sway with you, putting pressure on your hips. Does that feel good, I hope?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, the doula feels a little bit like a third wheel in this intimate dance, but it can really help sometimes. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Great. I'd like to show you what is happening in your pelvis when you're slow dancing, as you just were. So when we have the baby's head coming into the pelvis, when you are swaying from side to side, you're slightly shifting the bones of your pelvis. And you can see, and I'll show it for the camera, how when you sway, the bones of the pelvis shift from side to side, and you can really see how it changes the shape.
Mm-hmm.
So that if the baby needs a little room here or there, you're going to give that. And sometimes that will help a baby rotate and find its way into the pelvis even better.
Mm.
There's a lot of room, a lot of sway, a lot of play in your pelvis.